So today's topic of discussion is it worth going over old artwork to try and improve it? Let's find out. So I never normally go over old artwork, mainly because going back on your art usually doesn't work. But in the case of this one, I thought I'd outline it more with inks and stuff, and just see if I can just improve it based on the way that I draw now. And just outline it a little bit better, just to see if I can improve it somewhat. This is it could be needed for certain pieces of artwork. If you can add something extra to it, if you're going to try and make it into like an art print or something that you're going to sell, or just for your own peace of mind, maybe if the drawing didn't work before, or you see something in it like on this like zombie head that I drew, some of the teeth weren't exactly right, so outlining it here and there just sorts it out in my own head really. And I just want to just go over this like a little topic of discussion, and just see whether it is a really good idea to go over certain pieces of artwork, not all pieces of artwork. I look at some of my older pieces of artwork and I think they need redrawing, particularly a lot of my old stuff I've just chucked, to be honest. The way I used to draw skulls years ago is way different to the way I draw stuff now, and even zombie heads and things. I draw way too much detail, and that's the way I like to draw now, particularly with ink pens and stuff. So I'd say certain drawings, just improve the drawing, maybe look like re-ink it like I'm doing on this drawing, just the full outline, just to see how it would look. And at the end of this, it does look a little bit better. I could have gone a bit more heavy on the inks, just to create a little bit extra, maybe ink them bubbles, I don't know, not really sure. Some of the background, I wasn't really happy with the background because I was using Prismacolor coloured pencils back then, and they can get quite waxy, them sort of pencils, and the leads break a lot, so they're good pencils, but they're not the best, even though they are good for blending and other stuff. But like I said, they're quite waxy, so I wanted maybe the background to be more like different shades of green sort of thing. So I suppose there is good reasons to be going back through old drawings and improving certain pieces of artwork. Like I said earlier, if you want to try and create sort of updated artwork that's like could be made into prints and things like that, then that's the main reason why I'd update artwork or try to improve it somewhat. So yeah, I don't know what you would probably do with your old artwork. A lot of my really old artwork I have chucked it, to be honest, because I couldn't see anything worth keeping. So apart from these new drawings that I'm doing, I'm always coming back to these drawings, seeing if I can improve them as I go along. And I think I have improved the way I've drawn like zombies and skulls over and over again, quite often. That's my main theme of stuff to draw. So I think there is good reason to improve certain pieces of artwork. I don't know what any of you lot might think, whether that's something you would actually do, with your artwork, or would you redraw it entirely? That's another option. I know I've got some videos in the future where I'm going to redraw certain things that I've drawn in the past, and just see how they turn out, because a lot of the things, like the good ideas, but certain drawings were executed very well, and that could be the main reason why you want to improve them drawings, or redraw them entirely. It's, you know, it's one of them things. Other artists don't really recommend you going back to your old artwork, but I see it as like needed sometimes. I don't know, because you can always come back to something like with a fresh perspective on an old piece of artwork, and in the case of this one, just outlining it with ink just improved it in my own head for me. Another thing was the colours. Maybe the colours need a bit more work, but it's still usable. I like the way I ink the hair now. I just do like quick like ink strokes and things like that, and it just helps add something to the colour that I've already laid down with Prismacolor pencils, and I quite like the quick way I'm inking that, and it just comes off quite well actually. I don't know why I decided not to do like ink outlines. I think I just wanted a change because I'm always at like inking and stuff, but sometimes it is needed on a drawing sometimes. It just adds a different dimension to you know your drawings and things. But not all drawings do need ink, but I just decided this was what this drawing probably needed, just to make it look a bit better. I don't know. Yeah, so I think I will be doing some videos which look at like redrawing or like improving other drawings, and maybe make that into a short little series on improving old ideas and old artwork, things like that. And yeah, but maybe go in depth, but instead of just inking, maybe like recoloring certain areas. I suppose I could on this drawing I could have added more highlights and maybe some thin washes of ink or something, which could have made the colours a bit more vibrant looking. So it is always worth going back through these old drawings. It's always considered a step backwards, but I don't think so. You're always learning doing these drawings, and you know you're always just thinking of ideas and ways to get them ideas on the page, and if that means going back and adding bits to old artwork, then that could help with your own artistic journey, and working out how to finish drawings effectively. So that's something I struggle with a bit more, and probably other artists do as well. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little talk over of this video. Yeah, I like this zombie head. So, final thoughts. So, under the right circumstances, I think certain drawings, if you like, try and improve them, like I've just done with this ink lines over this drawing. It looks slightly better, and I could maybe go further and maybe do a recolouring of the water that I was trying to attempt way back when. You know, so you could update artwork. I don't think it's right for every piece of artwork, but there we go. Make up your own mind. If you've got old artwork that you think might need improving, or even just like adding an outline like I did on here with a simple ink pen, then go for it. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Cheers now.